We're all familiar with Bella Ramsey's role in The Last of Us, but the actor had another significant starring role in The Worst Witch. Ramsey has made a name for themselves through intense projects like The Last of Us and Game of Thrones, but the actor is capable of anchoring family-friendly shows. The Worst Witch premiered in 2017 and is one of many adaptations of the fantasy book series by Jill Murphy. Beloved by generations of young audiences, The Worst Witch will always hold a special place in the hearts of readers, and fans of Ramsey should check it out. It's unlikely that The Worst Witch Season 5 will happen, as the series ended in 2020, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't check out the original 4 seasons. It's a lighter, more accessible project when compared to Ramsey's other work and shows viewers a new side of the actor. Playing the central character in The Worst Witch showcases their ability as an actor, demonstrating their range and willingness to adapt to any role. This skill has translated to all their work, not just Ellie in The Last of Us. Bella Ramsey played Mildred Hubble in The Worst Witch. Ramsey led the cast as the central witch, Mildred. Mildred Hubble is the lead character of Netflix's 2017 TV show and the novel series by Murphy. A well-meaning but eternally uncoordinated witch, Mildred is deemed the titular worst witch at her magic school. However, she continuously proves herself to be much more than this nickname would suggest, thanks to the help of her friends and teachers. Incorporating the best parts of stories about magic school and focusing on themes of friendship, believing in yourself, and combating stereotypes, The Worst Witch centers on Mildred because she's an easy protagonist to relate to. The Worst Witch is a fantasy TV show that's perfect for young adults, as it tackles serious subjects and compelling storylines despite its young skewing tone. Ramsey played Mildred for the first 3 seasons of The Worst Witch, leaving the series after season 3, focusing on their mental and physical health, as filming took a toll on both, via Elle. While it was sad to see Ramsey leave the project, this opened the door for them to join The Last of Us and take on more adult projects that suited their trajectory as a performer. How Mildred Hubble is similarly different to The Last of Us Ellie. Though they are both strong characters, there are plenty of differences. Of course, Ramsey brings their characteristic humor and heart to playing both Mildred and Ellie, but it's clear that there are some major differences between the roles. Unlike Ellie and Bella Ramsey's Game of Thrones character, Mildred lives in a much tamer and friendlier world. The tone and themes of The Worst Witch are inherently more digestible than The Last of Us and Game of Thrones because they are meant for kids and always leave off on a positive note. This isn't the case for Ramsey's more dramatic roles, which see their characters go through grief and tragedy. However, playing Mildred might be part of why Ramsey was tapped to play Ellie in The Last of Us. Mildred is smart, resourceful, and brave in the face of insurmountable odds. There are moments in The Worst Witch when Mildred feels as isolated and lonely as Ellie, who struggles with losing many of the people closest to her. The Worst Witch is nowhere near as frightening as The Last of Us, but in both cases, Ramsey makes us care about their characters, investing deeply in the series from the beginning. The Worst Witch has been adapted many times. There are lots of iterations of The Worst Witch. Thanks to Murphy's enduring story, The Worst Witch has been brought to life not only on screen many times, but also on the stage. Ramsey is one of many actors who have taken on the role of Mildred, and it's always interesting to see what each performer brings to the role. Each iteration of the story also infuses new themes and messages into the heart of the narrative, bringing the sensibilities of its era to Mildred's journey as a young witch, finding her voice and discovering how much power she has. The Worst Witch is a predecessor to iconic projects like Harry Potter and other modern takes on the magic school genre that tackle feeling out of place in the world. Mildred is the heart and soul of the series, and it's easy to see why the different adaptations of the story have found success no matter when they're released. Though it's been many years since the books were published, new audiences are discovering the joys of Mildred's story and falling in love with the shows based on it to this day.